You have a full complement tonight?
We do. Peter is sitting in for Jim.
Oh, all right.
Three point three of the regulations, B, accessory uses. An accessory use of a religious institution, school, or library requires a special exception. This is an accessory use. A lot of times when you're expanding a use, most times, you're expanding a use, it requires approval. There's new improvements to, if the commission as a whole doesn't think it requires a special exception, then you can make that motion and you can tell them to go ahead. But that would be your call. It would be
Well,
mine.
we still would have to look at this from 24, 34, whatever it is.
Instead of a special exception.
Yeah. Even if it's not a special exception, we still have to look at it from the state statute because of the expenditure of town money on facility
But
improvements.
typically, when you have a use that's a special exception use and they want to come in to change their site plan in any way, expand their use, expand their facility, do an addition, that requires whatever kind of permit is required. We did this with Home Depot when they came in to expand their outdoor sales. Because that use was permitted under a special exception, it was a change of a special exception, we needed to hold a public hearing and give them a special exception. Similarly with site plans, when somebody comes in to change a site plan approval, so.
I guess my
But
only
if we-
curiosity about this is
Well,
town property, school property. Every school has recreation fields. If they want to expand them on existing property,
if you don't.
I guess I'm not getting the special exception.
If you don't feel that it's a substantial enough change to the property, you can take a look at it, then we don't have to have a special exception. I'm typically overcautious when it comes to the town. But they're proposing a new storage shed, they're proposing a couple of parking spots, proposed dugouts, and an expansion of the field. So, I mean,
All within perfect boundaries of town property.
yes, I think this is a very large property.
Okay.
Here's the tree line, which is pretty much the field up to the tree line. This is the expansion. There's gonna be grading, filling, probably some blasting.
I don't have any burning desire to have another public hearing if the commission feels that this can be done as simply as let us to look at it.
So if we didn't have a site plan special exception, what guidelines would they have to follow in the construction process?
They went to wetlands last night. There's no regulated activities. They have a favorable report from the wetlands commission to go ahead. So there's nothing regulated under that. They would have to just use best management practices as with any construction site or approval that the town does. Proper sanitation, erosion control,
Overseen by you,
not
or not
typically-
overseen by you if we don't do the special exception?
Neither way, I mean, I shouldn't say neither way, I'm not gonna be there on a construction site, but I can make sure that this is what they built. So their end product, that I'm gonna go out there and make sure this is what was built, that this is what was done. Any changes to this, if you approve this plan, any changes have to either come back to this commission, or, Dan can come to me and say, is this substantial enough change for the commission or not? I can say yes or no. If this commission doesn't approve it, then, they have some flexibility. They don't need approval to make a change.
What happens if we vote to decide that they don't even need to submit a site plan? that it's their property and,
Well, I don't think that you can say, we wanna, I think your two options would be to say, yes, we think a special exception is required, or, no, we don't feel that this is a substantial enough improvement to the existing, site and no permit is necessary, they can go ahead and do it.
and
Well,
if
you
we,
know-
and if we decide the latter, then there winds up being like no oversight.
Well, you can say this, this plan that's submitted tonight does not show any substantial improvement or substantial enough improvement to this facility to require a special exception. As long as they do this plan, then no permit is needed.
But they have to follow the site plan.
But this is the plan that you reviewed and made that determination on.
Right.
They can't come in and decide to do stadium bleachers and everything else, and then
Right, right.
decide that it meets the same thing.
And
This
then that
is the
would,
plan.
and then if we go that route, this site plan would be overseen by you.
Right, I would verify that it was done to substantial.
How big of trees are coming down?
10-inch oak, 20-inch oak, 12-inch oak, 12-inch oak.
You know, on the plan, it's the fairly, I don't have the scale either, we'll look at it. I'll do that.
What next week, we get a request from the Board of Education, they want to expand Angelini School. And that's the place where they would expand it. I don't know whether it's in our jurisdiction, but what does the Board of Education say? What are their future plans for the school?
Well, I believe that any of these items, they have to come to us under 8-24, because the time is spending money. That isn't to me, I have a problem with the accessory use business. And that is, you have a school, the school has playground facilities. The fact that you're rearranging those playground facilities, it's already there.
According to the plan, except for this area here, which is already cleared where there's climbing equipment, it is about 210 feet that they're clearing, and in the field area, it's gonna be about approximately 188 feet larger.
About an acre.
By
188 by what?
200.
Yeah, it's about an acre.
You guys do math in your head pretty good.
200 by 200.
45,000 square feet.
About an acre.
And how many acres,
know, I-
and how many acres of recreation area do they have already?
Yeah.
So they're expanding it, wanting to expand it like 40%, 35%.
Well, they're 240 plus 118 is 350.
358.
I thought the same,
358 by 358, so call it 360 by 360.
which is what they have existing here.
I guess what I'm more concerned about is an extension of the current use. And my recollection is that in the past, there have been issues associated with this property where people wanted to conserve the land and not do anything with it. They wanted to explore it for historical purposes, conservation, walking trails, all kinds of other uses. With regard, so that's what I'm concerned about.
212 acres?
I know, I understand that, but, people get finicky about, 2 inches when we're talking about 100 yards, for whatever reason they want to. But if those issues would be discussed at the 8-24,
The difference is, it's an 8-24, which you guys can have, and make that recommendation to you, you're not gonna have any public input. A public hearing, you'll have public input.
Who's doing the work?
I don't know. I don't know that it's.
It's gotta go out to bid, doesn't it?
Yeah, I don't know that it has been.
At one time, I thought the town was gonna do it too.
I don't know. I mean, I personally wouldn't, if I had to make an educated guess, I would say we'd probably bid it out, because, we know that we're a little bit short-staffed in the road crew, but I don't know that for a fact, I don't know who would do it.
So the existing recreation area is 3 acres on the nose.
Yeah.
Okay, so if they want to expand it by an acre, that's an expansion of 30%, 33%. I mean, my personal opinion is, I guess I wouldn't want to shut off public input, but another part of me says, hey, this is town property, it's a school, it's a recreation area, if they want to expand it by 30%, I just don't see the need for a special exception.
Well, guys, somebody put something in the form of a motion and we'll go on from there. If it's going to be a special exception, it would be heard on the 26th.
Correct. Yes.
If we feel it's not necessary to have a special exception, then it's not going to be.
But yeah, I think you said you still wanted, this doesn't, I don't think at this point this improvement's going to a town meeting, but we could still ask them to produce for as an improvement to,
Well, does it go to a town meeting for the money to do it?
that was approved, it was within the budget.
This is in the budget. So it's already been approved.
Within its regular, the regular fiscal year budget.
well, let me ask a further question. Let's assume, or we could assume, we don't know what's gonna happen in the future, but let's see, 2 years from now, they come back and they want to triple the size of this thing.
Well,
Will this-
have they got the land to do that?
1,220
They got
acres,
212
whatever, plenty of
acres.
land.
Okay.
But the issue is, if we don't have a special exception, will this file and this print become a matter of record? So that it will exist as the existing site plan? Because the next edition may be triple this size, and we may say that requires a special exception.
Rissa
So
seemed to
will this be on
indicate that we
file?
could not do it, we could forego the special exception, but they would still have to abide to the site plan.
Because in your review, if this was all new, okay, this was all new, in my mind, it would clearly need a special exception, because it's an accessory use to school. And we wrote in our regulations, the accessory uses to schools and institutional facilities need a special exception. Now, when, I'm trying to think of the right word, when there's already approvals in place, and somebody wants to expand it, and make a substantial change to what's been approved, they have to come back before the commission and get whatever permit they need. So, this was approved, it requires a special exception. If you feel this is a substantial change to what is here, then you need to have a special exception. If you say this plan, we do not think this plan is a substantial change, then anything other than this plan will have to come back to this commission to say, hey, is this still not a substantial change, or now is this a substantial change? You're looking at what's being proposed, and you're making a decision on this. If you feel this is not substantial, they can't come in with a whole new application, a whole new plan, say, well, the commission said it wasn't substantial. That's not the plan you looked at. This is the plan. Now, if you say it's not substantial and they want this site storage building, instead of putting it here, they want to put it here, they're going to be able to. But if it's this building, one building, you know, the location, they don't want backstops here, they want backstops over here. They're going to be able to make those changes because it wasn't an approved site plan. But it's really the same substance. Did I?
Yeah.
I think, I feel uncomfortable. I would feel more comfortable with a special exception to hear public input. If it's, you know, turns out nobody shows up, it's fine. Not a big deal, but at least people will have an opportunity to say, speak their piece.
Okay.
Right, so let's move to set it down for a public hearing on the 25th. So,
Second,
who made the motion?
I did.
You seconding?
Yeah, I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed?
Aye.
Well, I voted yes also, so it's done for special exception. Okay. June 13th, regular meeting minutes. What's your pleasure?
They look good to me. They look good to me. I make a motion that we approve June 13th, 2012 meeting minutes as written.
For a second.
Second?
All those in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Any abstentions? All right, zoning enforcement officers report.
I usually have one prepared for the second meeting, there's just been, hasn't really been too much as far as enforcement. Susan Bristol is down to one transient dog, at a time. We had a big complaint about roosters over on Litchfield Turnpike, but again, that's the same situation, it's really not a zoning enforcement issue, because roosters make noise. They got Mark's legal opinion, sent it to the neighbors. So I don't know where that's gonna end up going.
Whereabouts on Litchfield?
The farm that was created across the street from Frederick's,
Oh,
he's downsizing, he's removing all his buildings. He's just gonna have chickens and roosters, there, so that probably won't end up becoming an application for this.
Any correspondence? Any other business to come before the commission? I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
We're out of here.
Say, there's another issue. Do you know what's happened with the tree trimming that was supposed to take place? Power line, tree trimming.
Where?
I know that CLMP has had a plan and was, but I don't really know what
Have they
their
started
plan
any
was.
of it? I haven't seen anything.
No, I don't know.
Asplund trucks are like all over all the time.
Asplund?
Asplund, they're like all over the place all the time.
They're big. How are you?
Private contractor.
Yeah, I know. I think